So, confession time, guys. I've always felt a twinge of jealousy when someone said, I've known what I wanted to do since I was a kid. I mean, didn't we all get asked that growing up? We were told we have to choose one career for life, and it's like we're supposed to know what we want to do before we even hit our teenage years. My whole life, I defined myself as a creative person, and with that word comes a lot of definitions. I was and I'm still passionate about some of these things. Dancing classes, languages, knitting and sewing, exploring cultures, art, cooking, and so on. And that's quite a long list, right? But I never had an image in my head of what exactly I wanted to be or what career I wanted to pursue. And actually, it's not surprising, because having so many hobbies, for me, it was just so easy to get lost in them. So you can guess that graduating was probably the most stressful time. Parents and relatives kept asking me, so honey, what degree are you going to choose? Lawyer? Maybe you want to be a doctor? This is the future set in stone the moment you turn 18. But here's the thing. Over time, I started considering that maybe I'm not the only one with this problem, and that many successful people are indeed multi-potential. Basically, the meaning of it is that there are people with potential in many passions and multiple careers. Some authors call us multi-potentialite. Margaret Lowenstein named Renaissance Soul, which is my favorite one, and many more. Speaking about Renaissance times, there was no such stereotype as now. In those times, people were considered educated if they had several careers. Leonardo da Vinci, who excelled in art, architecture, and science, is a prime illustration of Renaissance soul. And similarly, Maya Angelou, a contemporary figure, demonstrated her versatility and multifaceted talent through her achievements as a writer, activist, singer, dancer, and even as the first black female director in Hollywood. My huge role model of multi-potential is Zendaya. I guess many of you know her, and she is known for her talents in acting, singing, dancing, and fashion. And she has pursued a successful career in each of these fields, demonstrating her passion and dedication to each one. A few centuries ago, being an artist and scientist and inventor was looked upon with admiration, respect, and even genius status. But what about now? It's seen as flaky and unfocused, or that even you have ADHD. In past times, receiving an education has been a privilege of high society. Since the 20th century, when most societies became democratic, it has been possible for anyone to get an education they liked. But since the Soviet time, that has started creating stereotype in our societies that is still evident today. The stereotype itself is that after graduating from school, you go to universities and get a profession and work in it for the rest of your life. The state was ready to pay for education to train specialists in the necessary fields for the government. But there was also one thing. It was possible to get only one profession for free, and then it was necessary to work in this profession for several years. I bet that people simply didn't want to get a second profession with such system. This mindset still exists in Western culture, but in fact in today's world there are many opportunities and advantages of pursuing multiple careers. You can follow your passions. You become diversified in your skills. And for some of you that might be a most pleasant one, you can create more income streams. I love quote of Marie Forleo which emphasizes advantages. The beautiful thing about being multi-passionate is that you can take all of your skills, talents, and leverage them into truly unique, one-of-a-kind brand experience. Do you remember when I said my high school graduation was probably the most stressful time? Well, I realized that over time I channeled all of my stress energy into learning about myself and what I wanted, not my parents or relatives. So after this, you might ask yourself, what should I do if I discover that I am multi-potential? If you want to have a successful life as multi-potential life, you have to take action. First of all, determine if this is the right choice for you. Bring a piece of paper and bring all your passions or hobbies that comes from your heart. The very first thought is exactly what you need in that list. It's like your subconscious mind prompt. After that, try to find the most valuable of them by asking yourself the questions. Which of those brings me joy and encouragement? And which one I'm more interested in pursuing in the future? Then this might seem as hard, but try to discipline yourself to pursue them. It's important not to quit what you've started. And don't give up when things get tough. Remember why you started in the first place and keep pushing forward. And trust me, it's worth it. I always try to picture my goal in my mind down to the smallest detail. It makes it easier to stay disciplined when I know what I'm working towards. Remember, being a multipotential person is not a problem or a weakness, it's a strength. By embracing your multiple passions comes a version of yourself that you could not even dream of. And it's called true self. So go out there and show the world what you're capable of. Be proud of your multiple passions and let them guide you towards a successful and fulfilling life. Thank you.